The second Saturday of the college football season is upon us, and the number one thing you've got to remember as a gambler is we do not, and I repeat, we do not have as big of an advantage over the odds makers as we enjoyed in week number one. Now, you know many times here on the video reports and on the site, I've told you that you'll always have the edge over the odds makers in the first 2 weeks of the season, no matter the sport, because in reality, they don't know anything more and what to expect from these teams and players than you or I do. So that's why we have the advantage. And we still have an advantage here in week number two, even a little one in week number three, but not as big as week number one. Listen, the natural inclination for gamblers and a lot of handicappers is to play the favorites. It's a great strategy in week number one, and we'll talk more about that in week number two tomorrow, or excuse me, in Sunday's video report when the NFL kicks off, but it's a dangerous thing the next couple of weeks in the college season because this is the time that the odds makers catch up. This is when the lines start getting adjusted and you get less line value. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and today is naturally going to be your Saturday video report. Coming up in just a moment, as I have done every single Saturday since March. If you happen to just be coming back after taking a summer hiatus, I'm going to have a money-saving discount coupon code that is designed to save you hundreds of dollars today off your total purchase. Plus, I've got 3 free selections coming up in just a moment, and a couple of reminders for you too before we get to talking about who's hot and who's got the big plays today. First of all, as I mentioned in Friday's video reporting, you can see here on the site, free fantasy football league contest, guys. $300 of my money at stake. The top 15 finish in the money. You're playing against me. You're playing among yourselves. Thanks to DraftStreet.com. I ran this contest every single week last football season. It's free to enter. Why wouldn't you enter, guys? It takes just minutes to set up a team. You draft a couple of quarterbacks, a couple of receivers, a couple of running backs. $300 of my money at stake. You're playing for top 15 finish in the money. You can get all the details right there by clicking on the DraftStreet.com ad. That's how easy it is. Also, the Countdown to Kickoff show, the Sunday NFL preview show, the only nationally televised Sunday NFL show that breaks down all of your games from a point spread perspective. I host that show, have done it for the last 4 years along with Steve Budin, and that is also available to view early. We always try to put it up on Friday nights here at the site, so you can check that out as well. Hey guys, let's talk about Anthony Red before we go any further, because today, A-Red, as we like to call him, 100 dime winner number 7 out of 8 going today. His one and only 100 dime college underdog game of the year. It goes on the Saturday night card, guys. Listen, it's just as strong as his 100 dime winner on Cincinnati, a 5-point choice, which smacked Pittsburgh 34-10 on Thursday night. It's twice as strong as his 50 dime winner on the Giants and Cowboys under the total on Wednesday night. It's 4 times as strong as his 25 dime winner, Utah State, getting 7, winning outright 27-20 in overtime over Utah on Friday night. 100 dime winner number 7 out of 9 from Anthony Red going today. Also, Jeff Benton today, his one and only college football 100 dime blowout of the year. I can't tell you the matchup, obviously, but I can tell you it goes on the Saturday daytime card. His projected final score, 35-10. He's won this play 8 of the past 3 seasons. Craig Davis today, coming with 50 dime winner number, let's see, it'll be 13 of 16 and 17 out of 22 overall. He's already a perfect 3-0 with those 50 dimers in football so far this year, including a 2-0 sweep in college football already. So you might want to check that out as well. And Chuck O'Brien, monster 75 dime play too, so you can see that on his site. As for me, I'm going for winning day number 23 out of 31. Now, 23 out of 31, but yes, guys, I actually lost on Friday night. Because for the 4th straight day, I went with the Washington Nationals on the run line, and unfortunately, they couldn't deliver the win for me last night, but do you think I'm really complaining? Again, winning day number 23 out of 31. I've got a game here where I think the home team is undervalued by 3.5 to 4 points by the odds makers. And when I say undervalued, that is based on what the line is versus what I projected the game to be. Also, 74-58 run with free picks after giving the Cincinnati Bearcats on Thursday, the San Diego Padres on Friday, and I've got those free plays coming up in just a moment. Let's get to the first one of oh, you know what? Instead, hold it. let me give you the money saving discount coupon code, guys. And I told you that I was going to do this all season long, all through the summer, and I was going to continue to do it as well here during the regular season. Here's the deal, guys. You can save 20% off your total purchases today, which could potentially save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars by using this coupon code 20GAME. 20GAME. That's 20GAME. 20GAME. It'll save you 20% off your total purchase today. Now, let me give you a couple of examples how you can do it. Anthony Redd, his big play today is like $79.95, right? Do you realize you can take over $15 off the purchase of that play? But here's the beautiful thing about this coupon. It's off your total purchase. So at the same time, you want Jeff Bennon's $100 play? It's the same price. You can save $15 off of his play as well. That's how easy it is. Myself, and I'm just using myself as an example here, okay, guys? I've won, 23 of the last 31 days? I just told you. You realize myself and a number of the handicappers here have long-term package discount plans on their site. For example, you can get 30 days of my service, every single play, for $4.49. But with this coupon code, you can save almost $90 off that purchase price. Or hell, guys, you can get all my plays or a number of the other handicappers like Craig Davis, Jeff Bennett, and other guys here at the site. You can get all their plays through the Super Bowl on February 3rd of next year. In my case, it's like a $1,500 package, right? And you're talking about, like 148 some days of action till the Super Bowl. Well, it normally costs $14.95. You could take 20% off the total purchase. What does that mean? You'd save almost $300 off your purchase. That's how this coupon works. The catch, and it's not really a catch, but just so you understand how to use it, guys, you have to put everything in your shopping cart at one time. So you can't come in and get Jeff Bennon's $100 play, which I told you goes on the daytime card, and come back 5 hours later and get Anthony Redd's $100 play, which goes on the Saturday night card. You put everything in your shopping cart at one time, and then you use that coupon code, again, 20GAME, 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 and that will save you 20% off your total purchase. And guys, I've been doing this coupon every single Saturday for probably 8 or 9 months. Why every Saturday? Because I know so many of you, about 80-85% of the customers out there, are committed to long-term packages with various handicappers, and this allows you to know that you can always extend or re-up your service every Saturday. So that's why I do it to maximize your savings. Okay, let's talk a little football now. I've got 3 free picks coming up for you in just a moment, and a couple of betting tips too. Listen, the 3 biggest factors when handicapping college football: 1, teams caught looking ahead; 2, teams in an obvious letdown situation. And hell, let's do it. 3, teams that are seeking revenge. I mean, a prime look-ahead example would be last Saturday when Georgia was a monster favorite at home against Buffalo, a team that they should have beaten by 70 points. But Georgia had to be caught looking ahead to today's SEC opener when they traveled to Missouri. Here's a letdown example for you. Ohio, coming off the upset win at Penn State last Saturday. Well, now the Bobcats are at home. They're hosting New Mexico State. They're laying 21.5 points. And it's true, they beat the Aggies last year 44-10. But Ohio's 1-4 against the spread as a home favorite last year. And will the Bobcats possibly get up to cover that big number? Or are they still going to be celebrating that huge, huge win at Penn State? Penn State may not be any good, but you won at Penn State, and that counts when you're from a Mid-American Conference school. Another example, Clemson came off the comeback win in the fourth quarter against Auburn last week. Well, now they're laying 158 points against Ball State today. Can they possibly cover the game? What's their mindset going into this contest? Here's a revenge situation for you to consider today. Louisiana Tech last year against Houston was up 31-7 with 5:11 to play in the third quarter before the Cougars scored the final 28 points. Biggest comeback in Houston history for the school's football program for a 35-34 win. Well, today, Louisiana Tech looking for revenge, laying 3 points at Houston, a Houston team that just did nothing offensively in its opener last week. Can they get the job done? My philosophy, as you know, is to concentrate the most where the odds makers concentrate the least, because the marquee games always have the sharpest lines, and that makes them the toughest to win. Instead, I like to find value in the smaller games on the board, and let me give you one for example. Florida International, -24 at home versus Akron. Now, I guarantee you probably 95% of you, maybe 99% of you out there can't name one player on either team. Hell, 99% of you probably don't even know, if you're going to be on Jeopardy tomorrow, what these team nicknames are. But listen, Florida International lost 46-26 at Duke last week. Now they're hosting an Akron team. Terry Bowden, of course, coming out of retirement to take on the rebuilding job in Akron. Well, Akron lost 56-14 to Central Florida last Saturday. Now, Florida International only won 27-17 at Akron last season, but the Golden Panthers, ding, 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 there's your Jeopardy answer, beat the Zips on the box score, outgaining them 524 to 269 in total yards. Listen, this Akron team went 1-11 straight up last year, lost its road games by an average of 36 points a game. They're 2-7 against the spread. Their last 9 as a road dog. If they got blown out at home by Central Florida, they can certainly get blown out by a FIU team that is the best in its conference, playing at home, looking for a rebound win. So I like Florida International as your first free pick. Next freebie, I'm going to go with the Temple Owls, laying the 10 to 10.5 at home against Maryland. Terrapins coming off a 7-6 win over William and Mary. William and Mary, guys. Remember when I told you about Pittsburgh losing to Youngstown State? Prior to the Thursday game against Cincinnati? Well, here you had the Terrapins. They needed a fourth quarter touchdown to beat William and Mary, okay? Things are not going well in College Park for Randy Edsall. To say that he's probably one of the coaches on the hottest of hot seats in all of football would be an understatement. 8 straight ATS losses for the Terps coming into this contest. They had 4 giveaways in that 7-6 win over William and Mary last Saturday. And remember, they're going with a true freshman at quarterback because Danny O'Brien decided to pack up his bags and go to Wisconsin as a free agent. They were counting on C.J. Brown, who took the starting job last year. Boom, season-ending knee injury, or shoulder injury, and now they're going with a freshman, quarterback Perry Hills. Well, he had 3 interceptions last week against William and Mary. The Temple Owls rolled 38-7 at Maryland last year as a 9-point underdog, opening up a 31-0 halftime lead, and the Terrapins aren't as good as they were a year ago. Temple's coming off a 41-10 blowout of Villanova last Friday night. Matt Brown and Chris Coy are their quarterback and running back and quarterback, I should say that correctly, that tandem, combined for 225 rushing yards in the game. Temple's on ATS runs of 40-22 overall since the 2007 season. 14-2 ATS versus non-conference foes. They've covered 20 of their last 10 at home. This is a great chance for this team to build momentum going into their next game at Penn State. Your final free pick, I'm going to go with Mississippi State minus the 3 points at home against Auburn. Listen, Mississippi State has lost 12 consecutive SEC openers straight up. Meanwhile, Auburn has covered 15 of its last 19 SEC lid lifters. The Bulldogs are coming off a 56-9 blowout of a lightweight in Jackson State. Auburn, meanwhile, coughed up that fourth quarter 19-16 lead to Clemson and lost the game 26-19. But as I always say, you've got to dig deeper than the final score. You've got to look in the box score, and you'll see that Clemson outgained Auburn in that game last week, 528 to 374 in total yards, running for 320 of those 528 yards. Now, Mississippi State doesn't have as strong of a ground game. Mississippi State does not have as much team speed, not nearly as athletic as Clemson. But Mississippi State has revenge on its side. In fact, it has quadruple revenge on its side, coming off a heartbreaking loss a year ago when they lost 41-34, Dogs failing to score on first and goal from the 1-yard line in the final minute. Auburn has covered 8 of the last 10 meetings, but keep in mind the favorites on a 14-6 ATS run in the series. I think Mississippi State, Dan Mullen needs that program-defining win. And I think he gets it here today with Mississippi State taking advantage of an Auburn team who has some quarterback issues and really looked like a sieve defensively last week. So there's your free picks. Remember, your money-saving discount coupon code is going to be, let me just make sure I give it to you right. Don't want to give you the wrong one, guys. Again, it's 20 game. You know about the free contest, the draftstreet.com free contest, and you know who's hot. So let's make some money today, and we're going to do this all again once more on Sunday.